Okay guys, so it's the day after we've put on the paint protection film. So what we're going to go ahead and do now is do the ceramic coating on top of that. And you know, that's going to give us a really good combination of the base layer of protection film covering the paint and protecting you know, from UV scratches, bird poop, you know, the likes, anything that weather will throw at your bike. But in addition to that, we're also going to be doing some ceramic coating, and that's going to add another additional layer on top of that. So it's really going to give us our best shot at keeping this bike in as good of condition as, you know, one can keep an off-road motorcycle in. So I think it's really important to do these steps because I really want to protect this thing as much as I can. You know, I don't want to have like sand and dirt and things blasted at the paint, just chewing away at it. So we're going to go ahead and, you know, do these steps to make sure that this thing lasts as long as it can. Now we're going to be using this Armor Shield 9. I have never used any ceramic coating before. I don't know, you know, how well this might stack up against some of the other products in the market, but I've heard really good things about it, and I haven't really found anything bad about the product either. So kind of led me to that product being the choice for this, but we will kind of see how this does in its application. Should be fairly straightforward, but we're going to go ahead and start by cleaning the bike down with alcohol and just making sure that there's no, you know, oils or detergents or whatever contaminants on the surface. Alright, so in the box here, when you open it up, you're going to find that here is your application bottle here, and a beautiful little metal canister here. That's probably where all the money goes. And underneath the foam layer there, find a very soft microfiber towel. I believe this is for, you know, cleaning down the surface with alcohol and everything. And then these pair of gloves here for the application. And then you've got a micro suede towel here, similar to, you know, what you would find for cleaning eyeglasses, I think. And that goes around this applicator sponge here. So you wrap it around it and then dab on the actual product itself, and then throw that on. And then this one, you throw in the trash. No, I'm just kidding. But also not.
You want to tell us what's next, David?
So once you put on your proctology gloves here, you're going to take your little applicator microfiber suede cloth here, micro suede I think is what they called it, and then you take your sponge here, and you want to make sure that where you're applying the ceramic coating is going to seep into that, and that the logo is facing the back here. So put that logo face down there, and then wrap this over.
Let's see that logo again.
Hey, no free advertising here.
Nice. All right.
Yep.
Cool.
So then turn this around the back. Actually, it's got little.
Oh, I see. You can like tuck it in the side.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. Looks like it might be a little difficult, honestly.
It's like those sandpaper blocks with the nails inside.
Yeah.
Except for not.
Probably no nails in this
nails
one.
in there. You mean you don't want to ceramic coat your bike with a sponge that has nails in it? You sure that's not from the microfiber?
I don't think it is.
Show me what you're talking about.
So when I like sprayed it earlier, you see it's like turning purplish?
Oh, you know what?
Huh.
What if that's like iron residue, maybe? Well, you're just spraying with disinfectant, right?
Yeah, it's not isopropyl alcohol, but it's denatured alcohol fuel, which I use for painting and stuff all the time. So
Gotcha.
I wouldn't think that's causing that, but you can see it's like starts to be a little purple. It's just interesting.
Let's see. Go ahead and do it again.
Let's see it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see there's like a little bit of purple running down.
Yeah, it did it more on the clear bra up there.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that is, but
I'm curious. That's interesting.
very odd. If y'all happen to know what that is, let us know. Okay. So yeah, you open it up. It has a little tab that you pop open here.
Hold on. Okay.
And then what you're gonna do is take it and you're gonna dot the whole cloth with it. So you just want to make sure the whole cloth is covered.
I think it's like coming up pretty quick, it looks.
Oh, not so much. It's not too bad. And then dot across the center.
That should be it.
Yep, and then what we want to do is cover in a horizontal pattern here. So I'm going to start with this left section of the tank here.
Okay.
Just make sure I cover everything.
I think you're supposed to buff it out afterwards.
Yeah. I don't know,
It's
just like
weird. I see that like residue we're getting.
Yeah.
Zoom in on that. Oh yeah. It's like a purple splatter all down the tank. That's so weird.
Yeah, it is. That the applicator has been on for a few minutes. It's pretty warm out today, like 70 degrees or so. I think they said like wait, 5 minutes or so. And then go ahead and wipe everything down again with a clean towel. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I did notice these weird like brake juice spots that we were talking about, but it looks like those will wipe off here. Again, very interesting. I don't know if that's normal or what, but hopefully that just comes right off, and I think it will. Yeah, it looks like it's coming off, I think.
Yeah, that's good. So is this pretty much it? Once you wipe it off, you're done?
Yeah, so they advise, you know, waiting like 5 hours before you like start driving or anything, but you know, that's like worst case conditions.
Yeah.
And they said don't you know, don't let it get wet for at least 48 hours.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Excellent. All right, guys, so really was a pretty simple process. It's just, you know, wipe on and then let it sit. I was wrong about 5 minutes in this weather. It's 1 minute and then it flashes. So I would definitely recommend doing it sooner than 5 minutes if you have this weather. We did notice like a little bit of I don't know, like an orange peel, I want to call it, like just a hard little layer that kind of wouldn't remove, but it's underneath the seat here. Can't really see it. Everywhere else turned out fine. All that purple residue that we had went away, so I don't know what that was about, but it looks really very clean. I think it's gonna hopefully hold up well. Really wasn't very difficult, but what I do want to do is really clean up the rest of the bike, like the frame and the wheels, and I want to come back over those and do those, especially the wheels, because you know that's going to be just super nice if I can get that kind of, you know, water and mud protected, so I don't have to clean those all the time, and brake dust would hopefully, you know, be repelled as well. So that is a project for another day, but I'm gonna go ahead and call it a wrap here. So thank you guys for watching, and hope you either learned something to do or not to do, probably to not do in our instance, and hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. As usual, we really appreciate it. So make sure and if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and stay around for more content on both Taylor's bike and my desert sled. We've got some really exciting stuff coming up here soon. All right, thanks guys.